Hello. I'm live. How you guys doing? I'm going ahead and do social media stuff, and then I will not bump the desk, but instead just get started. Everything seems good. Hey, did you hear the Switch 2 got announced? Yeah, and I kept myself relatively free of spoilers because fuck leakers. They deserve nothing. Now maybe people can shut the fuck up about the Switch 2, like the people that harp on about Silksong should shut up. But who am I kidding? That's never gonna happen. Obnoxious pieces of crap. At any rate, hi. I'm live. We're not getting right to the MSQ immediately. I want to take care of this first. And then we'll get to the MSQ. Also, Nightbot should still work. And as a reminder, I don't have on-screen chat or alerts. Because, fuck Stream Elements for using generative AI bullshit. And no, I'm not afraid to say that out loud. Alright, there's Nightbot. It's responding. If at any time you cannot see any messages going through in chat, take it off of top chat and move it on to live chat, because why have all the messages be the default? Apparently that's what YouTube thinks, so fuck everyone else, I guess. Alright. But once I'm done with all my current stream projects, I will be going back to Twitch for streams. The VODs will still get posted here, but they're not going to get immediately posted. Alright, anyway, let's take care of this real quick, and then we will get on to the MSQ. Also, I have a Tsuchinoko. It is an adorable thing. It is a flavor of Great Serpent of Ronka, and I love that. Alright, safekeeping. If it isn't throat, loitering about the stairs just like any old day. And here I was worried that you'd gone back to your world for good and I was too late. Oh? Why, am I invited to something? It's just that I've been thinking about the crystals belonging to the Warriors of Light. I hear they ended up with you after you lot defeated the Virtues. I assume you have Ardbirds as well? I gave that to Seto. Felt it more fitting he get it. Indeed, that does seem appropriate. His bond with Seto is deep and enduring. As for the others, I hoped you might be persuaded to leave them in my care. It was only right that they, like Ardbert, should accompany you on your journey to set this world back on its proper course. Yet you now have a home you must return to while the forest is theirs. After all they did to keep it safe, they deserve to be here to see what its future holds. Not sure about this. Oh, don't make that face. I know it's a big decision, but it needn't fall entirely to you. There are others here who care for the Warriors of Light as much as you do, aren't there? Yeah, not for nothing, but I don't really trust you after everything you've revealed to me.
Ah! Now that's some damn fine ale. How many should I order for you? I know you ain't much of a drinker, so 6? 7?
I'll take 10.
What? You want help deciding the fate of Lamit's crystal? And the others too? Does this place have any bigger tankards? Well, if you insist, Lou Rick owes me drinks. Plural. So I'll make sure he joins us. Maybe find Granson while I'm at it. You go on and wait for Sarek and Tainor. Order it around while I'm out, you hear?
Okay. Well. Hey, Sarek Tainor, I got a thing I need to talk to you about. Good to see you, Throat. What'd you say that has jailed so worked up? Yeah, we're just gonna have drinks together. The crystals, eh? Sounds like a conversation worth getting everyone together for.
Did Ludovic really promise to pay for Giot's drinks? That's a disaster in the making.
Not just hers. Rounds for the lot of us. Might be that lad yet has a few things to learn about coin and the scarcity thereof. Still, I'll not turn down his generosity. Go and tell the barkeep I'll wait needing food and an ale for the table.
Fine, but please try to exercise some restraint. I'll not carry you back to the room again.
He's done this before? I'd like to know that tale, Tainor. Ah, I see you managed to round him up.
Here we are. How much of a head start did you get? Should I ask him to bring out the cask?
I reckon we should hear Throat out first. It concerns the crystals and the ability to turn them into cocaine or something. How about we just snort the crystals? They'd probably want it too. So, you're telling me the barmaid was one of Nalbert's companions, not to mention the Shadowkeeper, and from a different world? That's laying it on a bit thick.
Certainly raises questions.
Quite. Such as how she returns her youthful visage. Not that.
I had my suspicions about her. The other night I was at the counter, quaffing my ale, having a grand time, and next I realized I'm outside without a guild in my name. And it ain't the first time. It could only be the power of the Shadowkeeper.
And not that you drink enough to fell a small army? That fucking zoom in, I love it. Throat says it's true, I'm inclined to believe it. Which leaves us with the matter of entrusting the crystals to her. She's right, this was Brandon's home, and the others too, and it's home to their most important memories. Not all of them good, maybe, but everyone they loved is laid to rest here. I agree. Norbert belongs here.
Albert's crystals with Seto in this world. Lamet would want to be near.
Render her as well, I think. She wanted to be with her friends, in the place that she loved. Well, if you guys are alright with it, then... Well, it seems we all agree.
A toast, then, to the Warriors of Light.
Oh.
To the Warriors of Light.
Drink up, I'm paying, and as bounty hunters, I expect you all to take proper advantage of that. I hate to disappoint, but I'm not much for alcohol. This juice looks nice, though. Oh no, that's wine. I forgot he did that. This juice looks nice, though. Oh my god. How long has he been like that for? Oh. How did you manage this? Twice the mess and half the time as normal patrons, I swear. I overheard your conversation, by the way. Do you agree with your friends? Well, they would know best. I'll be certain not to disappoint them. Thank you. I can feel them, their memories. Why, damn it? You're all just like Artbert. I betrayed you, I manipulated you, and still thought of me as a comrade, a friend, until the very end. And Giot's the only one that wasn't, drank under the table. Where's Granson? Is he alright, or, oh. Hey, Granson, you doing okay, buddy? Apparently you had some strange juice? This is why I don't drink. Okay, well, I'll leave you to it then. Try not to do it too much again, or do and build up your immunity to it. Hey, Giot. Seems like you were the only one that wasn't drunk.
Whew! Can't remember the last time I was so drunk, or any of the other times neither, but that ain't important. A successful sousing calls for a celebratory ale.
Alright, then. We finally managed to clean up after you lot, for the most part. Perhaps next time we should set down a tarpaulin. Nevertheless, I'm grateful to you for entrusting these to me, and as long as I live, I will never stop sharing the true tale of the Warriors of Light, of my friends. Yay! The quest, The Hero's Journey, will now be made available. In order to accept it, you must have completed Chronicles of Newer Era quests, Thok Around the Clock, Diabolical Bismarck, a Fiendish Likeness, a Deific Simulacrum, and a Demonic Duplicate. I'm sorry, what? Wait, these all involve Unakalai. Hold on a minute. Revenant Salt, let's go. Whoop. Hold on, I gotta check this out. Oh. Well, the, MSQ might be waiting a little bit longer. Alright, well. As you prepare yourself for battle, so too does Ravana. Within Thok's Thok, he built his strength, defeating upon the Yeah. You're wanting me to go in and take on the extreme version, aren't you? I think I can do the solo at this point. Alright, well. Let's see what this is about. So it seems like this is the first 2 of the 5 quests. I am wondering if I will have to do the other 3. I might have done them. I genuinely don't remember at this point. I thought I was completely done. I should be able to solo it with me being at level 80, and these are all at level 60. So, who knows?
Ah, a hunter friend. Welcome. You come hunting gods once more. The non-mind is glad of your thirst for divine blood. Even more rapturous do the one mind grow as they seek offerings to glut our deities' insatiable appetite. Another path to our god's domain? Yes, there's but one way. You must seek out Gainhive on the far side of the colony, and attune your spirit to the aetheryte ensconced within. If the deed is not possible, okay.
Well, you want me to go somewhere? I'll be happy to oblige. Let's go. Yeah, this isn't... I genuinely forgot I still had to do this to get the actual thing I wanted to do. This is a much grander undertaking than I initially thought, so I'm afraid I'm gonna have to postpone the MSQ just a little bit longer. I am hoping we will get a start on it at the very least tonight. Because I do have other things I want to do tonight before going to bed. Such as showering and doing a bit of editing on the next Majora's Mask video. Alright, well, the Nathic Aetheryte. For pause, you smash the gemstone against the Aetheryte. Nothing much happens out of habit. You tune with the Aetheryte, and once more, nothing much happens. Oh! Okay, well, Thok is now accessible. Well, let's go on ahead and do unrestricted party on this. Just to play it safe. Go. Alright, well, we've already seen the cutscene before. Good to hear that music again.
Dance to the song of ringing steel.
Ow.
Furious as a blaze.
Haha. Oh my. Okay.
Wilt thou yield?
Thank you. Ah, now you're doing liberation. One. Please let these go off before your cast bar finishes. Thank you. Ooh, and one more for good measure. A boop. Ow.
Wilt thou yield?
Oh, okay, cool. Ow. Oh, no. I see. Oh, I see. Ooh, hello. Oh, hello. I'm rejoicing, all right. Ah, I see. Well. Oh, get back. Ow. Oh, God. Alright, so at level 80, I ain't taking much. Huh, that timer doesn't look good. Oh, there's a 2-minute timer on me. Oh, never mind. There we go. Yay, I did it. Alright, extreme done. I guess I could take a weapon as a reward. Oh, I can't use it here. Exit. Alright, try on. Ooh, it's blue. Oh, now it's red. Okay. Yeah, this actually looks pretty good. I might keep it for a glam or something. Alright. Diabolical Bismarck next. Oh, I gotta return to the VAF storyteller. Yeah, I guess doing these at level would have been impossible solo, so I'm glad I'm doing them now. No drop frames, that's good. Hold on, I'm checking something. Okay. Once more, you have slain our revenant god. Your tribe must think you a great hunter indeed. Yeah. I might be small, but I am deadly. Memory we have from the Overmind before we were cast out. A memory of Burning Eye of Ravana. Reminders, recollections of legends of 100 generations old. Remember the tale? Okay. The youngling named Unukalhai, your deed has returned many memories to the surface of our mind, but that name is not among them. To give you with such prize, he too must have thought you worthy. We thank you, Grey Hunter. Too soon do our memories from the Overmind fade, but you've given us a new story to tell. Yay! They have a story. Alright. Let's go on ahead and do the Diabolical Bismarck. Luckily, I don't have to travel very far after getting to an Aetherite. I want to kick Bismarck's ass again. You guys want to help me? Like the rainbows in the mist, Sonu knows not what to make of this, and I in the hands of a netherling. Storm clouds of the Vundu are no match for the eye's might. Smash it against the Aetheryte and the Whale's Crown, and he will be vulnerable once more. Oh, okay. Alright, cool. To the Aetheryte then. Away! Oh, I gotta speak with Sid. Oh, really? Sid's over here? I'd be too busy with his estranged boyfriend to be over here again. Hey, Sid, I got a proposition for you. Hey, Throat, the Enterprise Excelsior is ready to depart whenever you are. Okay. Well, I got a thing. Chief Sonu wants you to smash the gemstone against the Aetheryte to dispel the barrier of storm clouds. I don't even know where to begin. Bah, hell's with it. Maybe it'll bring us good luck. I'll rendezvous with you there. Okay. Alright, well, I gotta head over here. Long-ass trip over here. Oh god, that means I'm gonna have to do the extremes of all the warring triad fights. God, I hope those are all soloable at 80, because I don't remember at this point. I think they are? Yay, the floor is glowing, along with the rest of the Aetheryte. Alright, out of habit, after a pause, you smash the gemstone against the Aetheryte. Nothing much happens. Out of habit, you tune with the Aetheryte, and once more, nothing much happens. But we have the limitless blue.
God, this fight's a bitch.
Even in the extreme, it's kind of a fight. Alright, let's just get it over with. Alright, I gotta be careful about a few things, though. Oh, God! Are. That's gonna ram again. I gotta hurry over here. Yeah, I gotta hurry over here before that goes off, otherwise the Dragon Killer will be inoperable and I have to wait another cycle. Alright. There we go. Alright, and that's phase one. Now I gotta do a lot of waiting and, yeah, I gotta take out these guys real quick. Yep, there it is. Well, now it's gonna be super slow. They will not detach themselves from each other. So I gotta focus on one of these guys. we go. Now I can take you out. Whee! Oh no. I think I'm screwed. Yeah, the island integrity goes to 1, so I'm screwed. I did not expect... Yep. Alright, so... I may not be able to solo this with Warrior. I may have to swap to Ninja to be able to out-DPS the, timer.
Yay!
Nom, 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 nom. Alright, I'm gonna exit out and, re-enter as, Ninja. Oh my god! That is a, nasty-looking, island. Yeah, that looked super damaged. Alright, let's leave. Alright, let's, swap over to something with some DPS behind it. This blue. I do have some damage mitigation, so it's not going to be that bad. I'm not going to bother using the generator. Alright. Alright, here it comes. Yep. All right. I'm going to be doing everything I can. All right. Here we are. There we are. Cool. Perfect. All right, I just needed a damage increase is all. Woo!
Yay, I did it!
Wee! Aha! I absorbed that! Alright, bad news. I don't have a generator anymore. So, it's kind of a soft timer now. Ow! There we are. Got him. shock therapy. Yeah, so if I wasn't able to do this on Ninja, I have no idea what I would have done. Oh no. Whew, that's close. I hesitated for a second, and that could have been bad. Yeah! Woo! I did it. Can't solo it as warrior, but I could solo it as ninja. Alright, grab the chest. Expanse Baleen. Looks like crafting material. Oh, I still got a battle axe for it. Cool. Alright, well, I'm gonna go on ahead and get myself a pair of wind daggers for this. The job that took out the extreme should be the one that gets the weapon. Oh, wow, that one's... Okay. Let me see what these look like. May not use them, but I'm keeping them as a prize. Alright.
Yay, I did it! Alright, back to Zondu.
I like that. Blazing saddles. Get it? Like blazing saddles, except not. I'd swap over to ninja, but I did it. Storm clouds give away to sunlight, so hope to return to Zondu and clarity of vision to Sonu. Sonu sees Netherling for who he truly is. Netherling is bare foretold. Once long ago, in the midst of great battle with a tribe from the Nether, as a horrid wicked demon comes to feast on the bodies of the fallen. Manu Kamanai, we name him. Manu Kamanai. Manu Kamanai, we decry him. For generations, he hunts the Vanu, but this day we say no more. Greatest of our heroes climbs atop the beast's back, and with blades black as midnight, she rips his eyes from his head and casts them into the cloud sea. In honor of great need, eyes return to the Vanu. Cool. Alright, well, I'm gonna head back to the Rising Stones and get the next 3. Yeah, so the weapons I got from Bismarck were 175. The ones that I got from Ravana were 190. All right, well, I took care of those. What is next? You needn't say a word. The etheric readings left no doubt. The Lord of the Mists is no more. For the time being, at least. After all, such beings have a rather troublesome tendency to return. Let us return to our attention to the Lord of the Hive, who, in quiet mediation, waits our coming. Oh, he doesn't await my coming anymore. I took him out first. I just turned in the other quest first. Alright. And thus is the Lord of the Hive's essence returned unto the land. And thus has the essence of Ravana joined that of the Lord of the Mist since returned unto the land. You have my gratitude, Warrior of Light. Without your valiant efforts, these primal terrors would have invited devastation on a cataclysmic scale. For unlike the others of the ilk, Bismarck and Ravana both harbor the desire and the power to reach Az's law. It is with dreadful certainty that I sense their intent to feed on the strength of the warring triad and thereby amplify their own power by an order of magnitude. By what wisdom do I claim such certainty? I am gifted with, how shall I put this, an intimate knowledge of the primal mind. You are curious, I'm sure, but you need not understand the nature of a power to use it. You need to understand the nature of a power to use it, do you? It's much the same with the Echo, I imagine. And the realm of Eorzea ever been a land embraced by the gods. For weal or for woe, I should wonder. For the time being, I shall remain here in the Rising Stones and assist Orianja with his research into the icons. If you should require aught further of me, simply ask.
Okay.
Oh, I think I'll require something of you soon. The war still wageth on. Okay. So, did I do it? Hold on a sec. I'm checking something. Hang on, I'm checking something. Fiendish likeness. I am looking something up. Stand by. Did I? Oh, Alright, check my journal entries. I think we're actually in go time for this. So I'm gonna head back to the Crystarium and see if I can accept this. I might have already taken this, I might have already completed those quests. I have. All right. Woo. I must have done it when I was doing the when I was initially doing the Warring Triad storyline. All right. We are go. Seeing the lot of you together like that reminds me of the old days. Artbert and the rest, drinking and bickering and laughing. Drove each other half mad at times, but there was never any question of who'd be there when times got tough. Can't help but wonder, can I? If I'd had companions like that back home, could it have been saved? I'm not the only one who tried, though each of us stood alone. There was Zunu Kalai. Oh, we've met. He was working with Elidibus at the time. Yes, he too was one would-be savior of the 13th and was spared his fated demise by Ascian devices. We spoke once, after the destruction of our world. If the others could be saved, we thought we yet had parts to play. What he's up to now that Elidibus is gone, though, I have no idea. Has he found himself a new role, as I have, or does he feel adrift as we were back then? If you encounter him in the source, I ask that you help him find a way forward, just as you've helped all of us here.
Okay.
Well, I gotta head back then. You and you, since I can't use return yet. It's not off cooldown. Okay, well, there. Excuse me. Alright, we're gonna reunite you with an old friend, Zunu Kalai. Hey, you wouldn't happen to have any other friends, would you? Oh. Well met, Throat. What brings you here today?
I know of, Sayla. You want to go see her?
Oriantia did apprise me of your travels in the first and what became of Elidibus at long last. But I was not aware that you were working with Silva. I consider her a comrade of sorts, though our time together was short. Looking upon the twisted remains of the world you tried to save creates a bond that few can understand. At the time, we spoke of what we could hope to achieve with our newfound immortality and of our regrets. Though I then believed what had happened to be the natural result of my age and inexperience, I now think this was merely the least painful explanation I could offer myself. Silva's right. We ought to have sought each other out before it was too late. I would not make that same mistake again. With the warring triad gone, I am indeed in need of new purpose, but to seek it alone is folly. I should like to speak with Silva, assuming such a thing is possible. As I mentioned, she understands how I feel more than any other. Huh? Of course, all I require is your soul. You speak of the spirit vessel, correct? By the means by which the Scions return to the source. If I understand the principles at work correctly, then it was a near miracle that you succeeded in bringing them back without killing them. If Elidibus is to be believed, however, my current state makes me something of an exception in matters of life and death. In which case, there's naught to be lost from making the attempt. Please say you'll help. Alright, I say I'll help. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Hey, Oriange, get your butt over here. We need your expertise on spirit vessels. I like that. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Pray forgive the delay. Thou didst seek my counsel.
Yeah, we want to send him over to the first. Can we have a spirit vessel?
Aye, the gifts granted by young Unukalai by Hydaelyn and the Ascians may prove a boon in easing the transition. However, I know not to what extent, nor what might befall thy spirit should it be lost betwixt worlds. Nevertheless, I know this is my path forward. Please, Oriange. Very well. If thou believest that thou shalt find new purpose in the first, I will do all in my power to see thee safely there. We shall be but a few moments. Mayhap a worthy tome might keep thee occupied whilst I perform the necessary magics. Oriange, what's a tome? Can you eat it? Decent spot. Okay. Nut powder. Yes, I know what I said. I had some cashews earlier. I'm just getting the powder from the bottom of the serving cup. 'Tis done. Pray guard his vessel well. Unukalai is as I and the other scions were on the first, a soul with form, yet no true body. Thus 'twas a simple matter to transfer him to the vessel using the self-same process as before. To withdraw his essence once across the rift ought to prove us similarly straightforward. However, I fear that such an existence cannot sustain itself indefinitely. Look to the Ascians' example. Their persistent use of flesh and blood vessels surely hath cause. Be it danger akin to which that would have befallen us had we not returned to the source, I know not. But the time may come when the boy requireth a fully corporeal form. Should this come to pass, I trust thou shalt come to his aid. I'm not giving him my body, if that's what you think. For the moment, however, thou needst only convey the spirit vessel to beg luck. Farewell, both of thee. Thank you, Oriange. I'll get back to the MSQ in just a second, once I'm done here. Yeah, I believe this quest actually becomes available after you're done with the MSQ for patch 5.3. Yeah, let me see. When did this get added? Oh, it got added in patch 5.4, so it got added with this next batch of MSQ. Alright, well. Cabinet of Curiosity, here I come. It's up here. This is taking a lot longer. That was concerning. I really hope the SSD in my laptop isn't bad. Or that could have been a one-off thing. I really hope it was just a one-off thing. Hello, you two. I have a thing that I need to talk to you with.
Back again, are you? I'm flattered that you've grown so fond of Northrend, or I would be, but you have that expression you lot always wear when you're about to ask me for something.
Yeah, I have a spirit vessel that I need a body for.
Courtesy of Uriange.
You did what? After all the perils your friends faced, the labors we undertook to return them to the world, you brought another soul across the rift? Have you no common sense?
Nope. Have you no common sense? Nope.
Clearly. Nevertheless, for my own peace of mind, I'll assume you have a compelling reason for this. Removing spirit from vessel would be easy enough, I suppose. However, it requires a few moments without your breathing down my neck. Also, your friend is unlikely to materialize with clothes on, so I doubt they'll want an audience. You should wait here, perhaps take the opportunity for some self-reflection.
Okay. I am very amused by the choices that the game gives you to say. Oh my god, that was hilarious. Do you have no common sense? Nope. Oh, that was funny. Whoop. You want me to speak with someone? Very well, you've done the same at my request often enough. They'll be along shortly, and you may recognize them. How long are we meant to wait for this friend of yours? I do have work to do, you know.
Ah, you're here. Pardon the delay. It took some time to acquire ropes of an appropriate size.
Is this them? No. This is them. Ooh. I like that outfit.
Silva! Unu Kalai!
Indeed, it is I. Trust me, I can hardly believe that I'm here myself. I should think so. When I sent Throat to ask after you, it never occurred to me that you might be able to cross the rift without asking aid. No mysterious mask? My choices and my reasons are my own now. If I'm to have faith in them, in myself, I cannot hide who I am. Ah, you're finally coming around.
Speaking of which, Unu Kalai was kind enough to fill me in, unlike some, and I was interested to hear of an erstwhile hero of the 13th serving libations at the Wandering Stairs. But that this hero should be you surpasses the scope of even my considerable imaginings.
Was that you, Agrunis licked so long ago?
Not so long to me, or you mayhap, though I had thought I might at last put those days behind me. But perhaps this is for the best. They're not all bad memories.
They never are.
I should very much like to hear your story, should you be willing to share it.
Our world, like this one, had its share of would-be heroes, myself and Unukalai among them. Unlike your warriors of light, however, each was unaware of or unconcerned with our fellows. But to fight alone is to fall alone, and the insidious ether of the Arsite used to steal primals corrupted once noble souls and turned them one by one to darkness. Even those who resisted this fate could not escape its consequences. No surprise, perhaps, that as we continued to struggle in solitude. We were spared by Ascian machinations, but only as our world met its death. But what if that death could be undone? I was told that much of the first was consumed by light, as our home was by darkness. Yet balance and life are being restored even that scarred land they call the Empty. If such a thing is possible, then why not the reverse? Could we not bring back light? Could we not bring light back to the 13th? Even the Ascians considered the 13th lost, thus it was excluded from the rejoining. But what say you? You have a way of making miracles happen. The world of darkness was not in a state I'd consider salvageable. Speak as almost as though you've really seen it. Wait.
Pardon the interruption, but might I suggest a closer examination of the conditions on the 13th before we form any conclusions?
Well, we could use the Crystal Tower to open a void gate, couldn't we? Please? We could use the Crystal Tower to open up a void gate to the 13th. Please?
Have you lost your head? The Crystal Tower's not a toy, and you are not to use it to unleash great terrible void sent upon this world.
According to the records, there
was a group who worked out how to open small void gates, through which to summon minor fell beasts in the light. Magics of that nature should work, though I am unsure if any, with the knowledge of the original technique, yet live.
Yeah, there is, one. He's right over there. Want me to go ask him? He might be able to assist.
How fortunate. Let's inquire with this tenor immediately. Yes, you do that. In the meantime, I will ready a means for peering into the depth of the void without endangering ourselves. Use these to contact me when you're prepared to open the gate.
We shall, at the very first opportunity, I promise. Alright, I'll go get Taynor. He's probably ecstatic to hear about the, prospect of a person his age being here. Hi, Sarek. Hi, Taynor. I've got a proposition for you.
It's always a pleasure, Throat.
Aye, but who's your friend? I don't believe we've met.
We have not, as I'm not from this world. The situation is rather complicated, but I hope that you might be willing to assist me. It is true that we had means to open such portals. We call them hollows, and it was through one of these that I was drawn into the rift. So it is possible. But with my power alone, I understand the greatness of your need, and were Nilebert still at my side, I should be glad to make the attempt, but the technique required the combined force of our energies in resonance. If one person's magic are insufficient, perhaps I could assist. From what I can sense, our ethereal reserves are roughly equivalent, and our physical similarities suggest that our energies are not incompatible.
That's a weird way to ask somebody out on a date, Unukalai. You really, really need to work on your social cues.
I realize that's a lot to ask considering we've just met, but could we not at least attempt it? Yours is the only such magic I've ever heard of, and if we might actually be able to save my home. May I interject? You will recall that the crystals in my possession preserve the memories of the former Warriors of Light, including Nilebird's in ethereal form. And Unukalai here has a particular talent for interpreting the minds and motives of ethereal beings, the primals.
If I could apply the same principles to interpret Nilbert's crystal. An experiment worth trying, at the least. I'll fetch it. Wait, so you've just been keeping him in a cabin? Oh my god, what the hell's going on? Speak to me, Nilbert. Do his memories of training with Tainer remain? They do, and such strong sentiment with them. Tainor, you should know that Nilbert desired nothing so much as to rescue you, his dearest friend. He held so fiercely to his memories of the technique you mastered together because he hoped they might be your salvation. Oh, Nilbert, I won't let them go to waste. I will do what I can to help see the 13th restored. Thank you. I won't pretend I understand half of what's going on here. Just keep them from running headlong into anything too dangerous, will you? No promises. Nothing to worry about so long as you're around, I'm sure. Wicked white, I nearly forgot. I've half a dozen orders to fill. You know where to find me when you've made progress with the gate. Yeah, so something tells me this might actually continue in future patches? But at any rate, Unu Kolai is here, and... Ah. If you have no objection, Tainor, I would like to practice creating hollows as soon as possible. Of course, but not within the Crystarium. If we succeed in opening even the smallest window into that realm, it's likely that the fell creatures will emerge. Follow me. Later. Alright, let's head to the XR gate. I forgot that there's a follow-up quest to the follow-up of the follow-up of the follow-up. Assuming no one ventures near, this location should be suitable. Unu Kalai, when I give the word, begin channeling your ether. Nilbert's memories will have told you as much, but it is imperative that you maintain focus on our ethereal resonance throughout this process. With that in mind, Throat, I ask that you take care of any creatures that emerge from the hollow. They should not be of a strength to challenge you, and it will allow us to adjust our attunement without risk. Okay. You can count on me. Come on, flow where I tell you to. Let me attempt to match your focus.
Hey, we got it!
It opened. It's small, but enough to let something through. Be ready, Throat. Okay. Whee! Yeah, get a buddy friend. But it's dead, so whatever. Alright. That was easy. That was far too much effort for such a small gate. On the contrary, given this was your first attempt, it's incredible that we succeeded at all. Now try synchronizing your breath with mine. Focus on the rhythm of the ethereal flow. Alright, I'm ready. Ooh, that's an even bigger one. Aha, larger hollow. Of course, the void scent may be proportionately stronger. Don't worry, I can handle it. Ooh, it's got a lot of faces. All right. Yay, I did it. Where your breath ends, mine begins. Where your ether flows, mine follows. Together. Yay, they're in sync now.
Unbelievable! Full attunement so soon!
Yeah, how convenient. Ooh, pretty and dark. Alright, well, let's go on ahead and kick this thing's ass too. Yay, I did it. All done. I think I've grasped the principle now. I only need to remember the feeling for next time. I almost feel as if I do remember it. Your ether is familiar somehow, but that's impossible, of course. And I believe one more quest. Now that Taynor and I are capable of performing the necessary magics, I should like to make an attempt at investigating conditions on the 13th. Might it trouble you to contact Beg Luck?
Right. So I'll tell you there, I hope you've not lost focus on the void problem. I have an exciting breakthrough to share. The work of a Porksy-related genius, if I do say so myself.
Beg Luck, excellent timing. We've made considerable progress as well and are ready to open a portal when you are.
Well then, what say you meet me at Laxton Loft forthwith? It's far enough from any major aetherites as to avoid the sort of ethereal interference that would be a hindrance to our observation of the void.
Very well, we'll see you at this Laxton Loft, anon, or as soon as I can locate it.
I'll lead the way. I too am eager to be one step nearer to our goal.
You don't mind if I think of it as our goal, do you?
I would be honored. Thank you, Taynor.
Yeah, you have a friend the same age as you. There's two other children I know. I have a feeling that you two would hit it off just fine. Could think of it as a double date. Alright, Laxton Loft. We are heading to the exact same location that we, talked with. No, not. Oh, wait, not quite the exact same. Oh, we're even higher. I see. Well, okay.
It appears Beg Luck has yet to arrive. Patience, Unukalai. I hope you weren't waiting too long.
What, you didn't think I'd want to see this for myself? The 13th was my home too, if you recall.
Quite. Though as I explained, we won't be the ones doing This thing, strictly speaking, this familiar will gather all the information we need, assuming you two can create a hollow for it to pass through. This will do nicely. Now fly, my Poxy, fly! Whee!
You want me to, get my daggers at the ready, or,
And something is coming out!
Oh! Hello!
My, that's an ugly one, isn't it?
Alright! We got a fight on our hands! And dead. Well, that's rather anticlimactic.
Thank you for clearing that up. The Poxy ought to be back at any moment now, though I can't sense it. Odd.
Perhaps it's lost. If Throw created an etheric beacon as he did for me, it might find its way back more easily.
That might work. Give it a go.
Okay. Too far? There we go. Oh, still too far. There we are. Let's attune to the hollow.
Keep at it. Aha! Distinctly Poxy-like presence.
I see the snout.
There we are. Now close that hollow before anything follows.
Now to get the findings from the flying pig.
I believe it's performed its task thoroughly as instructed. Good, Poxy. With luck, its observations may indeed lead us to the means of driving the darkness from the 13th. However, I will need to review its findings in detail before I can tell you more, and it could take years to deduce a suitable solution.
I admit that I'm impatient to find a way forward, but I've endured millennia with half as much hope as I have now. If I must wait, then it is what I shall do. Like Throat and yours, warriors of light, I will preserve until my world is safe once more. That's what a hero does. I think you'll make a good one. You as well. If that is the end of the excitement for the time being, we should head back to the Wandering Stairs. Clear out that pall of anxiety Sarah is spreading all over the place. And while they go that way, I'm gonna fly this way back to the Crystarium. Or better yet, just teleport. Okay, while they go that way, I'm just gonna teleport. And watch them still get there before I do. Alright, I believe this is actually the end of it all. Jeez. And there it is, the very end of the the very, very end of the epilogue for the role quests. You've returned hale and whole. Not that I had any doubt you would, of course. And how did your search of the Hollow go? We may have the information we need to save the 13th. It may be some time, years maybe, but until we can be... Years maybe until we can be certain, but I will be here as long as it takes. On that subject, I've been thinking. Would you be interested in joining us? As a bounty hunter, I mean. Sarek and I hunt down Sin Eaters and other threats. The first was saved, but it remains far from safe. You could help us protect the people here. I think I would quite like that, protecting people. If I can do that, then perhaps I will find the strength I need when the time comes.
Strength, you say? Sounds like you could use a dwarf with a massive hammer.
I may have shared the tale of the 13th with a few other noted hunters.
Hello.
I know what it feels to fight for something you've already lost. You need to find a way to make it right. And I know it's not easy to fight on your own, inconvenient as that little truth may be.
Thus a new team is born. This calls for a toast.
You'll get used to him, Unukalai. I already have. I don't object, so long as this lock carries the weight. I'm a bounty hunter, not a Fuka herder. Thank you so much, all of you. I would be honored to fight at your side. I shall do my best to justify the faith you have shown in me, and to save my home. Someday I hope we can visit it together. Hopefully when it's not all dark and gloomy and purple and black. Alright. That should be it. There we go. Okay. So, now, how about we get a little bit of the MSQ done tonight? Because I, unfortunately, did not expect all of that. I only expected a few quests to take care of, not twice as many as I expected. Oh, I didn't expect that. I only expected maybe 2 or 3, if I'm being generous. But yeah, that took way too long, unfortunately. I'm already almost an hour and a half in the stream, so yeah. Oh, greetings, Throat. Come to look in on our friends? Rest assured, everyone's quite well. I've been keeping a close eye on them, and I've satisfied myself that they are all in fine health. As a matter of fact, they're just about to convene in Dawn's Respite to discuss how to best use their pent-up energy. Let's join them, shall we? Okay. Excuse me.
Well, my friends, now that we have all settled back into our bodies, it is time we resumed our duties in earnest. Let us speak of our plans.
Ever since the Emperor's death, it's been one unsettling rumor after another. I have a mind to pay a visit to Garlemald to ascertain the truth of the matter.
A prudent endeavor. 'Tis of the essence that we establish the full extent of the threat, not least if it should prove that Xenos doth indeed orchestrate events from the shadows. In light of which possibility, I shall accompany thee on thy mission.
As the dad should.
Be assured that thou shalt find me more a help than a hindrance. Thou requirest another to imbue thine ammunition, dost thou not?
He can't use magic.
Assuming that's settled, there's something I've been meaning to look into as well.
Oh. Oh!
Welcome back, everyone.
Hi, Lise.
Lise!
It's been a while.
You're fine now, right? No more headaches or keeling over?
Yeah, we gave him some
That's right.
ibuprofen and they'll
We're
be
fighting
fine.
fit and raring to go.
Yeah, don't worry, we gave him ibuprofen, they'll be fine.
The famous Lise Hext, former scion and hero of the Alamegan resistance.
Is Grahatia gonna be fanboying over everyone?
I don't believe we've met.
Really? It's so easy to assume that all Archons are acquainted. But then I suppose your fields of expertise are rather different.
Grahatir, at your service. I have read much and more about your exploits, Commander. It is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
Likewise. The others told me all about you.
Do not be so sure. Words scarcely do justice to the vital role he played in our victory in the First. A more dependable comrade one would be hard-pressed to find.
Oh, right. I did glance at the report. But I'd be lying if I said I understood half of it.
If Grahatia were blushing anymore, his skin would turn red in the character creator. As red as his hair.
Well, that's a lot to take in. Just to be clear, this means we're not heading for another calamity, does it?
Well, not
Shorn
at
of
the
their unsounded
moment.
master's leadership, what Ascians remain shall struggle to see their plans to fruition. And though I would ever advise caution, I believe we may rest easy for a time.
I'll take that as a yes. Even so, I don't know what to make of this business about Hydaelyn and Zodiac being primals.
A difficult truth to bear, yes. But at last we understand the nature of our adversary. And if there are no further calamities, neither will there be rejoinings, meaning Zodiac will never regain his full strength.
It also means I'm tempered, which means you guys gotta kill me right now.
Even so, as the oldest and mightiest of primals, he remains a force to be feared. Though his is a power born of the desire for salvation, we have seen the havoc it may wreak. And it falls to us to ensure that it is never again brought to bear upon this star.
But tell us, Lise, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
What do you mean? Isn't seeing my long-lost comrades reason enough? All right, there was one other matter. I have a message from the Alliance, and before you ask, yes, it's about the Empire.
Oh, good. So what's happening?
So, after Emperor Varys' assassination, it seems his cousin Nerva made a bid for the throne. The trouble is, he wasn't the only one with designs on it, and it didn't take long for a civil war to break out. And it's not just in the provinces. Early reports say huge swathes of the Imperial capital have been reduced to rubble. The Alliance will soon convene in Alamigo to decide on a course of action, and we were hoping you'd come along.
Well, as it happens, Urianger and I were just this moment planning a little trip to Garlemald, and we should be grateful for any advice the Alliance can provide on how best to make the most of our visit.
To Alamigo, then.
Why don't you go on without me? There's something I need to look into.
Okay.
Oh, forgive me. You were just telling us. What is it, if I may ask?
I want to find a way to cure the Tempered.
Of course. You think it may be possible to adapt the treatment you use to help those corrupted by the Sin Eaters?
I'm sorry, a cure for tempering? But that would change everything. Alizé, consider yourself uninvited. Go and find us this cure.
I'll do my best. I was hoping you might join me. Don't worry if not, though. I won't hold it against you if you'd rather attend a stuffy meeting.
What? What meeting? Lead on! Well, what meeting? Lead on, please.
I knew you'd say yes.
I like stuffy
I'll
meetings.
come too. If you don't mind, that is.
Well, the more the merrier, I guess.
Mind? I'm sure they would be glad of your company. Pray, enjoy your time together with your hero.
No. That's not... I mean, I simply thought my knowledge might be of some use.
We shall be on our way then. Godspeed.
Relay any important information that gets discovered, and we shall do the same. Oh, you're still here too.
Don't worry, I can say with complete confidence that Graha is dressed for anything.
Ah, yeah, you made his outfit. Okay. Alright, well, shall we then, Alizé?
When I set out to save Holrick, I think Guba was always at the back of my mind, and having proved the light corrupted are not lost, I am convinced the same must be true of the Tempered. Similar to those corrupted by the Sin Eaters, the ether of Gabu's soul has been rendered stagnant. And though the root cause is different, perhaps the solution is the same. It is by no means an unreasonable hypothesis, Alizé, and it warrants full investigation. If there's a chance we can save Gabu, we have to try. But however much I'd like to race over to Limsed and set to work, there's no room for recklessness, not when a child's life is at stake. I'm sure Beglug would remind us, but we still know little less about the soul. Any number of things could go wrong if we don't exercise due caution. And so before attempting anything, we should learn all we possibly can about tempering. There's just one problem. Research into the condition has long since ground to a halt, and the combined work of many scholars involved doesn't exactly amount to a wealth of knowledge. Not of the modern scholars, perhaps, but what of their ancient counterparts? I know the Alligans took a more than passing interest in the subject. What if we seek is to be found anywhere, it would surely be at the Aetherochemical Research Facility. Back in Azazla? Where they experimented on primals in the warshippers, yes? Good thinking. I've never actually been there myself, but I did read reports on Azazla, which means that we'll be needing an airship. An airship, you say? Meet me at the northern bank of Silvertear Lake. I've got a little surprise for you. Oh, and come prepared to travel.
Tataru? Alright, well. She is, she's got lit a fire under her, butt in the, time that, Scions have been taking care of stuff on the first. Alright, well, shall we? Aha, I see. Ah, well, that looks pretty good on you. You went on ahead and made an airship.
I give you the Bonanza, the Cheyenne's very own airship. I built her as a company project with the help from our friends at the Rising Stones and named her for luck and prosperity. Tataru, this is amazing. We'll be able to fly just about anywhere we want. Our garments were impressive enough, but to build an entire airship, I see the annals did not exaggerate the many talents of the Scion's fabled coin keeper. I'd also introduced myself as your pilot, except the training didn't quite go as well as I'd hoped. But that's alright, because we've hired this capable fellow here instead.
Hello!
The Bonanza is equipped with a full complement of mana cutters, by the way. Feel free to use them to get around Oz's Law. But enough talk, it's time to fly. All aboard?
Okay. Thank you, Tataru. Almost forgot that she built a friggin' airship for the Scions. She is the glue that holds us all together. Oh, and we are just here. Cool.
Honestly, Sid would be jealous of the way that airship flies. Tataru's outdone herself. Anyway, here we are on Oz's Law, and Alphino's report did not do the scale of this place justice.
Hey, I get food and maybe coin. I'm gonna go with the coin.
This appears to be the Helix, which means we stand in the Alpha Quadrant. To the east lies the Beta Quadrant, and... Yes, I believe I have my bearings. So this is my first time on Oz's Law. I do have some familiarity with the place, thanks to the records in the Crystal Tower. Unless I am mistaken, this path leads to an aetherite, beyond which there will be an information terminal. I suggest we begin our search there.
Alright. Well, we best be off then. Ah, yes. Nice, information terminal here.
And here's the terminal. A moment while I search the archives for references to tempering. Ah, there we are. Iconic corruption, an overview. That sounds promising.
Doing stuff. Okay.
Indeed, let us see what this report has to say. Confound it, the contents appear to have been deleted. What? No, isn't there something you could do? Not from here, I'm afraid, but it may be that another copy of the report exists elsewhere. The question is where to look. It says here the report was written by someone named Owen. Is it likely that he kept a copy?
would say it's a distinct possibility. Assuming he was a researcher here, he would have had quarters of the Hemisphere. We can ascertain the details that the Hemisphere control. Let us return to the Bonanza and avail ourselves of the mana cutters. We will need them to reach our destination. I forgot, you already have a suitable means of transport, don't you? No need to waste time accompanying us back to the ship then. We'll see you at the Hemisphere.
Ah, but I wanted to fly with you guys.
Fine. Let's head over there without our friends. The 2 members of the Warrior of Life fan club. Yeah, the 2 founding members of the Warrior of Life fan club. I am out of drink. When I get over there, I'm actually going to use the restroom and get a refill on my drink. So I'll be taking a quick break. I'm probably going to be going a little bit longer than I usually do. So instead of 2 hours, I'll be going 2.5 hours to get a good chunk of this MSQ out of the way. And yeah, of course, the Garleans are here. Ah, I see. Yeah, of course. Let me just go up here. Yes. All right. I will be right back. I have returned. I now have I refreshed my drink and I went to the restroom. I feel a lot better now. Okay. If the late Odin did indeed have a chamber here, this node will be able to tell us its number. It's not going to be that simple, is it? There, from what I can recall of the layout, it should be somewhere in the vicinity of... Warning, an evacuation order is presently in effect. Entry to the Habisphere is not permitted at this time. Foiled again! In all likelihood, the order would have been imposed during the Fourth Humble Calamity, and I doubt it will be lifted in the near future. Zzz, energy level critical. Returning to base for recharging. Well, surely there must be some way to gain access. Force, for example? Ere we resort to that, I have an idea. Were we to send a surge of energy through yonder control mechanism, it should prompt the system to restart, releasing the locks. As for a suitable energy source, a concentrated lightning shot might suffice. Happily, I seem to recall that they are known to form at points of stagnant ether throughout the continent. You seem to recall? Are you honestly telling me that was in the records too? Ha, I am. A report sent to the capital mentioned that lightning-aspected ether was prone to pooling on the continent, resulting in surges that interfered with equipment. A minor detail, I grant you, but in my role as caretaker of the Crystal Tower, there was no such thing as too much elegant knowledge. Besides, my studies helped me feel connected to the source, to home. I must have explored this facility 1,000 times in my mind, but to finally stand here with the two of you, it is more exhilarating than I can well express. Now then, the lightning shot. If I may, I suggest we split up and search the Beta Quadrant. Oh, beware the sprites. They aren't wont to manifest where the ether is stagnant. Excuse me. Now you're just showing off, which makes me think we should make a contest of this. First to return here with the shard wins. What do you say? Why not? Very well. It would be my honor to come third. Did they just... They got a head start. Well, dang it. Ah, I see. Oh, hello. Got it. I win. Therefore, I am the victor. Bravo! That was quite a show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of the prize slipped my mind. I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations, the lightning shot is yours. What, no dramatic entrance? You've changed. You remember that? In my defense, I was caught up in the moment. It isn't every day you meet an honest God's hero, after all. Well, the contest continues, so you'd better hurry back. Ah, but one last thing. Thank you, Throat, for bringing me here. Didn't break my promise, did I? I love that he just does a nice little throwback to the Crystal Tower raid quests. He's an excited kid. It appears Alisei had no luck, so victory is yours. Congratulations. Now then, may I have the shard? What, so you can claim victory over it? I think not. Nah. I think not. No, here you go. What is it that makes you so much better at finding things? What do you have that I don't? That is a question I too have asked myself on numerous occasions. I suspect that we could both learn a great deal from Throat, and not only about the secrets of adventuring. But come, we should attend to our mission. They're flabbergasted that I can do things. I see. Oh, that's not one of the... It's not one of those cutscenes. Excellent. The system responded exactly as intended. We now have access to the Habisphere. Only one obstacle remains, the security systems within. It should be triggered. Should they be triggered, they could make life rather difficult for us. In light of which, pray leave the rest to me. If I'm right, my royal blood should allow me to venture in unmolested. Why do you have to say that word? Assuming this place works like the Crystal Tower, yes, but if it doesn't, you'll be on your own. I want you to promise that you'll get out at the first sign of trouble. I promise. Wish me luck. Well, you have any ideas of what you want to do now? While we wait? I've got ether checkers if you want to play that. Want to play a game of Triple Triad or maybe Doin Mahjong? I've got a home kit for Chocobo Racing if you want to play that. I'm sure this Owen fellow was very learned, but iconic corruption and overview sounds like a studium thesis. We all had to write one. Lest you wonder, mine was about the combat applications of ether. I'm nothing if not practical. Alphinaud's was more philosophical, of course. Political, dare I say it. He chose to write a lengthy discourse on a nation's duty to the world. Controversial subject, to say the least. He asserted that Sharlayan's knowledge should be rightly used to protect all life on the star, in direct opposition of the country's cherished policy of non-intervention. Being a leading member of the Forum, my father was not happy. At the time, of course, Alphinaud was utterly convinced of his views and would cheerfully argue to the death with anyone who saw things differently. By which I mean the rows were long. To be fair to him, though, he's since learned to be a little more open-minded, but deep down he still holds fast to that one belief, and I admire him for it. I should have liked to meet the young Alphinaud. For what it's worth, my thesis concerned the Alakan civilization depicted in folklore. Oh, you're back. I didn't know you attended the studium. I didn't. A thesis was required to earn my Archon's mark. My peers at the Students of Baldessian convinced me to write one with the promise of unfettered access to forbidden tomes. Though I considered it no more than a means to an end at the time, I will admit it was gratifying to have my efforts acknowledged. Good gods, an Archon's thesis. I shudder to imagine the work involved, but enough about that. Is this the fruit of your foray? Yes, Owen's archive node. It was waiting for me in his chamber. If a copy of his report still survives, it would be stored in this device. Shall we find out? Well, that looks promising. Initializing. Scanning for registered user. User not found. To proceed as a guest, please complete biometric authentication. Well, offer up a bit of your blood. Verifying. Authentication complete. Guest identified as member of the royal family. I am your most humble sir. I am at your most humble service, your highness. Never ceases to amuse me. But 'tis but a pity the effect will not last forever. Doga Una and Uni said as much when they granted me this gift, but until such a time as it fades, I shall use it gratefully. Search archive for iconic corruption. Searching. 1 item found. Iconic corruption and overview. The report is locked by the author. Please state password. Ah, crap. Well, go on then, Your Highness. Tell the nice node the password. Right. Let's see. Glory be to Allah. I mean, I was gonna say password. Long live Emperor Zande. Password incorrect. Please try again. Confound it. Come now, passwords are invariably short and simple. For instance... Please say what I think you're gonna say. Password! Oh, that's hilarious. The notion that the password could be something so inane would be laughable were it not dangerously stupid. Furthermore, your conduct in the presence of His Highness is grossly inappropriate. Know your place, handmaiden. What did the thing just call me? Wild Rose. Password incorrect. Again, be warned that any further inappropriate behavior in the presence of His Highness will not be tolerated. Alright, that's it. I say we dismantle it and manually extract what we need. Now, let's not be too hasty. A single misstep and we risk losing the report altogether. I believe this may be a task for Sid and his colleagues. If anyone can coax Machina into cooperating, it is them. Come, let us bear the note back to the Rising Stones. I love that Alice tried password. Thank you for saying what everyone was probably thinking. Password. I should probably mention that I have yet to meet Sid since waking up. Rambrose did send word to the Ironworks, but it appears our friend has been afield on urgent business. Nevertheless, I assure you my proposal to seek his help is no pretext, however much I might look forward to seeing him again. Him and everyone. But come, let us be on our way. You're going to be coming with us, and we're going to go on ahead and try to get the information that we need. Look at him, all but running. How sweet. Still, it wouldn't do to keep him waiting, shall we? You know, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you might be starting to get a thing for older than they look cat boys. Well, luckily I can just do this. Yes. Hi, we have a thing with us. Large lowborn presence detected. If I wasn't so short, I'd smack you. Wonderful news, Throat. Tataru contacted Sid on our behalf, and he's on his way here even as we speak. While we wait, I should very much like to hear what transpired at the Alliance Council. Would you be so kind, Kryl? As you know, the meeting was convened to discuss how to best respond to the recent events in Garlemald. According to the intelligence from our Doman allies, the War of Succession rages on and the Empire remains without a leader. Amidst the chaos, the Imperial legions in the provinces have begun to move independently of the motherland. Of greatest concern to us is the Third, a legion aligned with Lord Nerva. It appears they have received substantial financial backing from House Brutus. Brutus, aren't they the ones who took Yotsuyu and Asahi? This bodes well. Xenos' movements, meanwhile, remain shrouded in mystery. We're hoping that Thancred and Urianger will be able to shed some light on his activities when they return. Until such a time as they do, the Allied leaders feel it would be unwise to interfere in the conflict, and so, thanks in part to the Imperial withdrawal from Gimlet, they have decided to turn their attention to the primal problem once more. Working with friendly factions among the beast tribes, they hope to reopen dialogue and explore new avenues for peace. Given the timing, I suspect they wish to put their respective houses in order ahead of the decisive clash with the Empire. Whatever their intent, this is not a problem easily solved. The Lemensons in particular struggle in their efforts, and Alphino and Y'shtola have been called upon to aid them. So long as we are dealing with the Tempered, I'm afraid no amount of dialogue will avail us. But if we can develop a treatment for tempering, then anything is possible. Which is why we must succeed.
And on that cheery note, why not make yourselves comfortable in Dawn's Respite? I'll show Sid in as soon as he arrives.
And I shall join them anon. That anon is now. And that anon is now. Alright, well. Nothing to do but wait.
Sid!
It's not one of these cutscenes. Forgive us for not coming to see you sooner, my friend. As you may have heard, we've had our hands full. In our defense, you are up rather early. I was under the impression you'd be slumbering a while longer. Oh, I would have been, had you not fulfilled your promise. I still struggle with that idea. From where I stand, the secrets of traversing time and space seem exactly as unfathomable as they ever did. But if an alternate version of myself has already laid them bare, I dare say that frees me up to concentrate on other endeavors. Speaking of which, you wanted my help with something. What is it? Well, we need some help coaxing a password out of a giant floating yellow orb. Well, a treatment for tempering. And for the next step, you need to find the password to this Allegan's report. Just so, with nary a clue to guide us, we could be here forever and still not guess correctly, and thus we turn to you. I'd love to say that we could help you, so I will. Once suitably configured, a Magitech terminal should make quick, short work of identifying the password. I knew I could rely on you. Now anticipating that it might be of use, I took the liberty of borrowing a tombstone from Rambros. It contains an Allegan dictionary. Good thinking. I'll transfer the information to a terminal and set it to work right away. Tea's ready. Oh, looks like it's finished. Let's see. Freedom. The password is freedom. Ha, short and simple. It's just as I said. Would you care to do the honors, your highness? I would, milady. Node, open the report entitled Iconic Corruption, an overview. Password, freedom. Password accepted. Opening report. Dumbass. This report seeks to provide an overview of the mechanism by which icons corrupt and bind men to their will. The phenomenon we call corruption refers to the alteration of the ether of the soul. Said ether ordinarily exists in equilibrium, no one element being more prominent than another. But when a subject is exposed to the ether of an icon, this changes their soul, taking on the properties of the entity in question. Sephiroth! By way of an example, exposure to the ether of the fiend Sephiroth would cause the subject's ether to become aligned with the element of Earth. As a consequence, the subject would attain heightened affinity with Earth-aspected magics, as well as preternatural levels of endurance. Repeated exposure would further enhance these traits, ultimately altering the subject's very flesh. Roar! The changes undergone by the subject are not solely attributable to elemental alignment, however. Further testing has determined that the subject's soul becomes umbrally charged, or stagnant during the process. The stagnation of the soul has the effect of diluting the sense of self, rendering the subject vulnerable to the will of the icon, the thoughts of whom come to consume their entire existence. In this manner do the corrupted become worshippers of their icon, their prayers serving to further empower the entity.
Sephiroth!
Having discerned the mechanism of iconic corruption, my colleagues and I have set out to develop a material capable of shielding one from its effects, an endeavor in which we were successful, albeit at a great cost. In the course of testing, many of my assistants, good men and women all, fell victim to corruption. In accordance with protocol, they were summarily put to death. I subsequently submitted a proposal to investigate potential cures for corruption, but it was rejected, deemed not essential by Lord Amon. Though I knew it would be fruitless, I protested the decision, and for my impertinence I have been stripped of rank and title and will shortly be expelled from this facility. In all likelihood, this report will be expunged from the archives. Nonetheless, I recorded in hope that one day someone will undertake to do that which I could not, and find a cure for the victims of iconic corruption. End recording.
Bye-bye!
So not even the Allegans were able to find a cure, or rather, were not given the chance to do so. One cannot help but wonder what motivated Lord Amon's decision. More importantly, this confirms the stagnation of the soul is indeed the problem, and Angelo can remedy that. True. Yet, were we simply to reanimate a tempered soul, I fear it would do naught to diminish the individual's fanatical faith. Indeed, it may well intensify it. No, we would somehow need to suppress the primal's hold over the subject at the same time, or risk them ever remaining its thrall. So there's no point in reviving their souls unless we can also restore their sense of self. But of course, memory transference! The process has the effect of compartmentalizing memories, separating them into manageable bundles, if you will. By adapting the technique, it may be possible to achieve selective reanimation. That is, limit the effects to only those memories that existed prior to tempering. Through thus restoring the sense of self, we could theoretically drown out the incitements of false faith which had come to dominate the individual's thoughts. I see. The theory seems sound, and our experience treating the light corrupted would help us identify suitable memories for reanimation. But you are confident you can adapt the memory transference as required. I seem to recall your attempts to do so while trying to bring us home culminated in literal bloodletting. They did, you are right. Despite my best efforts, I could not recreate the mechanism, and I concede that the rather clumsy compromise I reached would not provide the basis for a cure. Then perhaps it's better that we considered another approach. Your doubts are understandable, but this time I believe we have reason to be confident. You see, nodes such as this were built with the ability to simulate magics. Which leads me to believe that it may be capable of performing simulations of the transference technique. If so, we would be able to conduct years' worth of tests within the space of a few days. In theory, it would be no different from how we identified the password. But it'll take more calculating power. A lot more. I honestly couldn't say whether our equipment would be up to the task. Tell me, Sid, why do you suppose Owen locked his report behind a password? To keep it from prying eyes, of course. Why else? Are you wanting to go to the Cartano Flats? Wait, a password that could be guessed by anyone with the leisure and a dictionary wouldn't wouldn't keep it from a person minded to look. No, he wanted his report to be seen by those who strive for freedom. Not unlike the members of a certain distinguished engineering collective. I believe their motto was freedom through technology or some such. You two, round up as many Magitech terminals as you can and bring them to the workshop. Right away, Chief! Things are about to get very busy. Lucky we have you to help, eh? Oh, joy. Well... Right, well, Graha and I figure out the terminals. I want the rest of you to procure supplies. Namely ceruleum to fuel the terminals and ice shards to keep them cool. The more we have of both, the better. Leave the ice shards to me. I'll round up some adventurers and go on a gathering spree. Okay. In that case, I'll trust Throat and Alisay with the ceruleum. Here's a promissory note for each of you. Take them to the Skysteel Manufactory in Ishgard and the ceruleum processing plant in Thanalan. The people there will give you what we need. Yours is a well-known face in the Holy See, I believe. If it's all the same to you, I'll head down to Thanalan. Okay. Well, I guess I'm heading back to the Holy See, then.
Evansward Foundation!
Alright, to the Skysteel Manufactory. Hello, I have a promissory note. Would you like to have? So you're after ceruleum. In that case, please present the note to our engineer at the airship landing. He'll be glad to assist you. Okay.
All the way to the pillars. Ah, I am going there. Cool.
Oh god, is the cutscene I think is coming up about to happen. Please let the cutscene I'm thinking of happen. Please, oh please let it be there. Cerulean, you've come to the right man. Fair warning though, the price has shot up on account of the uncertainty with the Empire, so I hope you've got the coin.
Yeah, courtesy of Sid Garland.
He's fronting the bill, not me. Please, I need my 2 million gil to sit on and do nothing with. Oh no, promissory note from the iWorks. Don't see many of these. Not that it's a problem, it's as good as gold to me. There we go. How do your ears not get cold? Oh! Hello?
My friend! After the disappointment of not seeing you in Alamigo, what good fortune to chance upon you here of all places.
Alright, I'm gonna go on ahead and... Oh. Do this!
As you may have heard, the Allied nations are making a renewed effort to address the primal problem. To that end, have I invited the chieftain of the Vanu to Ishgard, that we might together plot a course.
Hell yeah!
Hello!
Hi.
Since the war with the Empire appears to be nearing its conclusion, I would also like to call upon Estinian's lance. Alas, he is, as ever, a difficult man to find. I am informed he recently paid a visit to the Rising Stones. Should he happen to do so again, be sure to pass on my regards, won't you? But tell me, what business brings you to our fair city this day?
I'm just getting some cerulean for a project. We're trying to find a cure for tempering.
A cure for tempering? You never cease to amaze me. Until now, our only hope has been prevention, our every failure irrevocable. But this would rewrite the rules of engagement. It could end the cycle of bloodshed. Very well. You shall have all the ceruleum we can provide, and an airship with which to transport it.
Why does it seem like he has a crush on me?
In this matter, you may count on Ishgard's full support.
I think he does. Yay. Oh, we've got all the cerulean we ever need then. Hell yeah. Alright, well, it's not the cutscene I was thinking of.
Thank you for your help. I'll be on my way.
Alright, so it was not the cutscene I was thinking of. It's definitely going to be a different one. Oh, it's still going on. Oh my! Look at all this!
Hello!
Thank you for the ceruleum and the crystals. Look at all this. Oh. Is Alice tired, or?
Oh, who would have thought ceruleum weighed so much?
Ah, sore shoulders. I know that feeling all too well.
Serves me right for being stubborn, I suppose. I should have just done what you did and accepted help.
I know that feeling all too well.
Good work, you two. This is all we asked for and more. Quite a lot more than
now that I look at it.
Well, anything we don't use, we can just send back, right?
Lord Emmerich, eh? And entirely by chance. Ha! Some people have all the luck.
Yeah, very convenient.
We have also succeeded in configuring the terminals, thanks in no small part to our able assistant.
Ah, good. Hi, Nero.
It's been a while, hero. You seem surprised to see me. Lest you misunderstand, I've no interest in such things as cures for tempering. But if you mean to achieve that which eluded even the storied Allagans, it seemed plain that you would require my expertise. And so it proved. Is that not right, Garland?
For all the effort it took to track you down after your latest disappearing act, you could find the cure for death, and it wouldn't be worth the trouble.
That wasn't the only reason I agreed to cooperate. I'm reliably informed that Garland and I are destined to unravel the secrets of travel, not only across dimensions, but through time.
Sounds like Thancred's voice actor.
The credit lies with me. 9 parts to Garland's 1. And this research will be a stepping stone to that illustrious achievement.
Very well then. I'll do 1/10 of the work. Just the part that's beyond you.
Oh, snap.
Whatever you say, Garland.
Right. If everyone's ready, let's begin.
Also appreciate that you two don't flirt that much in public. Do that in the comfort of your own bedroom. Or do you guys separate the beds?
All appears to be in order. Now, we just have to wait for it to find us our magic. Why not take this opportunity to put your feet up? This may take a while.
Why not? I'm just gonna find a nice place to sit down and relax.
Damn it. It's overloading.
Oh, goody!
Chief! She won't last much longer!
We'll have to shut it down.
Wait! We're close! So very close!
Oh!
Well, this is going swimmingly.
Nero, you're just standing there.
Please, a moment longer. I beg you. There!
Please tell me you got it.
I was able to memorize the magic before it faded. It still needs to be put to the proof, but I believe we have our cure.
Don't scare me like that, Graha.
It's just as well. She'll never run again.
The fault is mine. I'm sorry.
Don't be. It may fall short of dimension hopping, but a cure for tempering is not to be sniffed at. This, my friend, is a world-changing discovery. One we're proud to have had a hand in. A few Magitech terminals are a pittance to pay.
Thank you.
Well, we've done what we can. The rest is up to you.
And how? No, seriously, how? How the hell are we gonna do this? And that feels like a good stopping point. Let me see. Yeah, that actually seems like a pretty good stopping point, so I'm just gonna go on ahead and end it here for tonight. We'll just pick this up tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. So in the meantime, I'm gonna stop the recording. Boop. Alright. So yeah, either tomorrow or Saturday we're gonna resume this, and then if I do stream this tomorrow, I will do Chrono Trigger on Saturday. So yeah, and I'll be releasing the next episode of Majora's Mask on Monday. I'm going to be spending the rest of tonight doing a little bit of editing, maybe. So yeah, look forward to that. And in the meantime, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys either tomorrow or Saturday for more of the MSQ. And this time, for sure, no being sidetracked by any more loose threads on side stories. I seriously did not expect to have to waste almost an hour and a half on the conclusion to the role quests, and you know, the tie into the Warring Triad thing. Yeah, that was... I totally forgot about that. That's on me. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow, and tomorrow, Saturday, and then video on Monday. Take it easy. See you guys then.